I'm sorry about that, guys. We were muted for like 10 seconds there. What's up, guys? Just wanted to come live real quick, talk about this Kevin Durant news. Um, Also wanted to let you guys know that due to my kind of newer work schedule, I should have more time to be doing more videos and live streams. I know that actions speak louder than words, but I definitely want to try to go live more often, especially during the regular season. But this I felt like we needed to go live for. This seemed important. Um and yeah, Frankie says, Sons Geek must be a little bored if you're running this story. Hey, it's barely it's the early August, man. I gotta run something. I mean, come on, man. Give me some credit here. Um, I think that this is important news, you guys. So can we get a mic test? Let me know if everything's sounding good. And then we'll get started. I got my water here. I'm also drinking a little bit of coffee. I can't be live for very long because I do have a day job that I need to get to. But there's some things that I want to talk about. So we'll probably be doing this for about 30 minutes or so. Um, but like I said, like my work schedule is a little more open this year. So I should be able to do more videos and live streams, especially during the dog days of the NBA off season. So um, what's up, Manuel? Appreciate you, man. I've seen you in the comment section. I appreciate you, bro. Um, so yeah, guys, let's just jump right into it. Let's get right into it. So I wasn't able to unlock the full article, which by the way, if you have an athletic subscription, it is in the description box of this the live stream. But I did screenshot the start of it. So here it is. In a face-to-face meeting with Brooklyn Nets owner Joe Tossi, I hope I said that right, over the weekend, all NBA star Kevin Durant re-irritated, I probably just butchered that word, his trade request and informed Tossi that he needs to choose between Durant or the pairing of general manager Sean Marks and Steve Nash. Yes, the same Steve Nash that is on my wall and is one of the greatest point guards of all time. Let's continue. Sources tell The Athletic. Durant stated he does not have faith in the team's direction. Durant and Tossi spoke in London on Saturday, and sources described the discussion as transparent and professional. The meeting took place a year to the day that Durant agreed to a 4-year, $198 million contract extension with the Nets, and barely over a month after his initial trade request on June 30th, he is now entering the first season of that extension. The Nets have direct knowledge of the reasons behind Durant's request, sources said, and understand that the 12-time All-Star will continue to be I can't read. Durant is believed to want to change. I can't read, you guys. Let me get this out of the way so you guys can read the bottom here. Durant is believed to want a change of scenery heading into his 16th season. So, since I can't read, in short, now again, there is more to this article that I wasn't able to get. But I'm looking at my Twitter and stuff, and I'm just keeping track of all the updates and everything. But basically, guys, in short, what that means, I guess I can click out of this too, is that Kevin Durant said, fire or get rid of general manager Sean Marks and Steve Nash, which, by the way, the Steve Nash hiring was kind of controversial in itself. Although, if I remember correctly, I'm sure there's videos out there and records that Kevin Durant was approved of the Steve Nash hiring. And I get that things can fall apart over time, but I think originally Kevin Durant was open to it. So yeah, in short, you guys, keep me and get rid of Sean Marks and Steve Nash or trade me is pretty much what this is saying. Now, again, there is more to the article, but I think that that's probably the key stuff. I'm lucky I was able to screenshot that. And then also, you guys, Shams also said that the Celtics, Raptors, and Heat are the top contenders to acquire Kevin Durant. Now, if you guys give me a second here, I will go to Shams' Twitter and show you guys that. I'm a little rusty. I wasn't really expecting this news to drop. It's been a while since I've live streamed, so give me one moment here, and we will keep going. There's my share screens. Go to Shams. Okay, we looking good over here. Let me click out of this. Sorry, guys, one-man show here. All right, cool. Let me pull this up so you guys can see it better. Nope, that's not it. There we go. So yeah, here's Sham's Twitter. Here's the story. Kevin Durant, blah, blah, blah. With the clear message, keep me or fire the GM and coach. Shams literally posted this about 28 minutes ago. And, there's a lot that I really want to get off my chest here, you guys, about the Phoenix Suns offseason. And I'm not saying that if we don't get Kevin Durant, we're not going to win the NBA championship. But, I feel like this kind of ties in with all this Kevin Durant stuff. I just really don't know if the Phoenix Suns running it back is the right thing to do. And I feel like that's where Kevin Durant, and it all ties into, I'm not saying I don't know. I've been pretty Kevin Durant heavy. Yeah, we got to trade for Kevin Durant and this trade package could work and all that. And man, a lineup of CP3, Booker, Kevin Durant, and DeAndre Ayton would be amazing. But I don't know, you guys. At the same time, I'm so heartbroken from the playoff loss, the embarrassing playoff loss, by the way, that I just don't know if running it back is the smart move. And I know that, these guys are really young and that somebody made this point too, that the Phoenix Suns have had the same starting lineup for 2 years now, maybe longer, which is kind of rare nowadays. So I understand that. And I understand that there's room for growth. And who knows, maybe DeAndre Ayton has a breakout year and absolutely dominates. And we're all forgetting about this Kevin Durant stuff, in a few months. But the way that the Phoenix Suns went, it's not that you guys are going to hear me say this a billion times. It's not that the Phoenix Suns lost to the Mavericks. It's how they lost. And I do want to save this whole rant for another time. But if the Phoenix Suns don't get Kevin Durant, I think they need to make some moves. Obviously, Jay Crowder has been the hot story kind of lately because there's been no news. And by the way, guys, just to show you, I cannot, let me switch here. Sorry. I cannot view the Athletic story. Can I? No, I don't know. You guys get the point. I don't have an Athletic subscription, so I can't really read the full article. But yeah, I just don't think that this roster is good enough, pretty much. We're obviously still a contender. We are. Don't get me wrong. We're going to be a really good team. And again, I'm probably overreacting because it's barely, August just started and there hasn't been much Suns news and there's been a bunch of rumors and I'm probably sounding over dramatic for YouTube and all that. Eric, what's up, my guy? I appreciate you, bro. He says, I feel we are going to go further this year. We can beat the Mavs. Not worried. DA will redeem himself. Well, you know what, Eric? That's the kind of positivity that Suns Geek needs right now because I am just still so heartbroken over what happened, man. And I really feel like teams are going to pounce on us even harder. Last year, we had a target on our back, right? Because we had made the finals. So obviously, everybody knew that we were contenders. This year, though, I feel like they're going to pounce on us even harder because of what happened. The Suns are going to need to mentally lock in and forget about the playoffs. Because I think teams are going to be like, yeah, the Mavericks crushed them. We can do the same thing. So you know what, Eric? I do appreciate your positivity right now. And I'm not saying that the Phoenix Suns aren't going to get Kevin Durant. You guys know I've been pretty flex heavy. Flex from Jersey. He's been the guy who has had information on this since the beginning. He was talking about this way before the Kevin Durant trade request came out. So even if you guys are kind of flex doubters or haters, by the way, don't go attack flex. Leave him alone. Just don't do that. Don't be that guy. By the way, you guys, shout out to Suns Uni Tracker. This is funny. Look at this, you guys. You see that on the screen? Somebody like made a jersey or something and made it with those words and that name. I think that's hilarious. Shout out to Suns Uni Tracker, by the way, you guys. They do great work. Um, they're great. Shout out to Casey over at NBA Uni Tracker as well, and Uni Mockups. Those guys are all great. Go follow them. I did a couple videos recently, about certain jerseys and all that. They're great. But yeah, shout out to Suns Uni Tracker. And also speaking of that, you guys, let me fix my screen here. Let's go back to Shams. Let's see if he's saying anything. I don't think he is. But yeah, that's kind of it. I just wanted to kind of go on that rant, and trust me, you guys, I got lots of things planned. You know, I don't know. Again, it's not that I don't think that the Suns are out of the running for Kevin Durant, because let's be real, if their owner doesn't fire the GM and Steve Nash, Sean Marks and Steve Nash, Kevin Durant definitely is going to want out. But if Shams' report is true, it's like I still think the Suns need to make some moves. They could probably trade Jay Crowder. They might need to increase their bench. Not might. They have to get a better bench. I hate to pick on like Landry Shamet here, but Landry Shamet's probably not safe. Dario Saric may not be safe. It's all like the guys that we think. But at the same time, I don't know like who we would go get. And let's be real, I think everybody but CP3, Booker, McHale, Cam, and Ayton, I think those are the only guys that are safe, in my opinion. Let's get to some comments here. Let me kind of regather my thoughts. Shout out to everybody that's in here. I know this was a spontaneous live stream, but hey, it was spontaneous news. I didn't think we were going to get this news today. And by the way, you guys, I shout out to my guys over at the Suns Jam Session podcast before we get to some comments here. They were live last night. They do great work and everything. But I was talking to somebody in the comments and I was like, I think this is going to break, like the Kevin Durant news, the trade. I think it's going to break in September. I don't know why. I just have like this feeling that we are going to get a Kevin Durant trade news in September. That's obviously closer to training camp. And I don't know. Frankie says still a possibility. Just got to wait. Exactly. Kevin Durant could still be traded to the Phoenix Suns. Now, if Kevin Durant is traded to the Phoenix Suns, will we win a championship? Probably. But I thought we were good enough to win a championship last year and we didn't. So I don't know. It depends who is in the trade. It depends how much we give up. And it depends if even Kevin Durant gets traded here. So I don't know, you guys. Let's keep getting some more comments here. Let's see. We should trade Jay, Shamet, and Payne for a good point guard. Yeah, we do need a good backup point guard. Not saying that Campaign isn't, but Campaign really kind of fell off. Yeah, you guys. Jay Fish says it. Hugo says it. I'll just say this. Despite the reports, because there's been so many reports like, oh, the Suns are out and now the Heat are out and on this team is now Toronto can go get him and Boston threw this trade package for him. Never underestimate Pat Riley. That's all I got to say. Go open an NBA history book. If you don't know who Pat Riley is, go do your homework. Never underestimate Pat Riley. And let's be real. He's Kevin Durant. Who wouldn't want to go play in Miami? Just saying. It's over. Let's make our own dynasty with the Phoenix Suns squad we have right now. Thank you for this comment. That's where I kind of need to relax for a minute, not be so over dramatic. Because let's be real. Go back a few. I hit my microphone. Go back a few short years ago. By the way, you guys, sorry for the crappy lighting and the crappy camera blurry quality. I have a great webcam, and it just always is blurry when I do these live streams. But anyways, go back a few short years ago when we won like 17 games or whatever, 18 games, and we got DeAndre Ayton. Like, It could be a lot worse, guys. There's a lot of teams in the NBA that are a lot worse than we are. Like I said, even without Kevin Durant, we are still contenders. But I just don't know if we are good enough because the Western Conference still keeps getting better. And there might be some surprise teams out there. There were teams that made the playoffs this past year that could be a threat to the Phoenix Suns. Like the Pelicans almost beat us. Let's be real. They almost beat us. I think the Mavericks kind of got worse this offseason, but that's another conversation for another time. I think the Timberwolves are going to be really good. Shout out to Let's Talk Wolves on Twitter. So many teams, the Clippers, the Nuggets. I'm probably forgetting the Memphis Grizzlies. There's going to be a lot of good teams out there, you guys. So I really think if this Kevin Durant stuff falls through and it doesn't happen, I really think we need to make some moves. I think maybe Cam Johnson needs to be a starter. Bring Jay Crowder off the bench. You got to probably get a better backup point guard, maybe some more shooters. I think we're good with the big man position. It sucks that we let JaVale McGee go. But I mean, I really like Bismack Biyombo, Jacques Landale, probably somebody who I'm forgetting about. Dario Saric. How could I forget Dario Saric? If we do keep him, that is. And by the way, somebody else, I think it was the Suns Jam Session podcast. They were talking about this last night. I don't think Dario is going to be ready at the start of the season. If I'm correct, I would have to probably do some research. I don't think he's like 100% healthy. And if he is, I don't think he's like ready to come back right away. So, I like this comment, make our own, let's make our own dynasty with the Sun squad that we have right now. That was my point about the whole, DeAndre Ayton thing a few years ago. Like, we've had the same starting lineup for 2-ish years now. We went to the finals in 2021. We won 64 games last year. Who knows what's going to happen this year? Maybe that's why James Jones, even though I'm kind of against it right now, maybe that's why James Jones and Monty Williams are like, hey, continuity is king, and let's keep this core together. And I don't know. You tell me, you guys, what should the Phoenix Suns do, man? I don't know. Let's keep getting to some comments here. Like I said, you guys, more live streams. I'm going to do my best to do more live streams. Like I said, my work schedule kind of opened up a little bit, so I have more time. I want to pump out more videos, especially during the dog days of the NBA season or off season. I want to definitely pump out more live streams and videos. And again, especially when the regular season starts, because you guys deserve that. You guys deserve more live streams. That's kind of been a Achilles heel of mine. So, yeah. Manuel says, I can't wait for the season to start. You know what, guys? The NBA season is right around the corner. And in a little bit, after we're done talking about all this Kevin Durant stuff, let me refresh my Twitter real quick and make sure I'm not missing anything. The NBA season is right around the corner, and we're going to talk about that in a little bit here. So yeah, let's keep going here. Iverson Vlogs, I love you, man, but you're crazy if you think we're not making the playoffs without Durant. You're nuts, bro. I love you, though, man. It's all love. Sir Barrels writes, Suns can run it back and be favorites, but they need some changes. They need to improve rebounding. I agree with that. And somehow get a borderline NBA starting caliber point guard to back up CP3. That would be a big asking price. I'm sorry, guys. This lighting's kind of bugging me. So I need to turn this on somehow. Give me 1 minute. Technical difficulties here. Oh, that's the wrong button. There we go. That looks a little better. Let me see if I can fix that. There we go. All right. My bad, guys. That lighting started to bug me. Okay, let's see. Nicholas says, I love Dario, though. Spaces the floor so good. Exactly. Dario, I feel like we kind of forgot about how good Dario Saric actually was. I miss Dario, man. That's all I got to say. He really did a lot for this team. And I always go back to, even though the 2016 draft class wasn't like the greatest of all time, he was really good his rookie year. And I'm glad that he found a home here in Phoenix. And even before his injury, produced pretty well when he was on the court. I love Dario, man. And you know, like people are saying, I don't know if Dario would have won us the Mavericks series. I think we were doomed either way, but I think he would have helped. I just don't think we would have won the series, or at least beaten the Warriors. You know what I mean? If we had Dario Saric. Let's see. Shout out to my guy Hitman X. Been on this channel once before. I got to get you back on the channel soon, man. It's obvious that the media doesn't want KD in Phoenix. Thank you for bringing this up, Hitman X. Look, I'm not saying. Okay, we don't know. Let's just be real. We don't know, you guys. Believe who you want to believe. Believe Shams if you want to. Believe Woj. Believe Flex from Jersey. Believe Chris Haynes or whoever. I feel like the only people that really know what's going on is Kevin Durant, his agent, and obviously the owner of the Nets. And, you know, I feel like those are truly the only people who really know what's going to happen. Now, obviously, Shams has some, you know, high ground. I have the high ground. Star Wars Revenge of the Sith. That movie makes me cry because it's amazing. Anyways, he obviously has some high ground because without this story, we wouldn't be going live right now. So shout out to Shams. But I just always have believed like the only people that really know what's going on are like the players and the agents and the team itself. So I don't know. But yeah, you're right. You know, maybe the media is like, no, we don't want KD in Phoenix because Phoenix can't have nice things. Apparently, you know, the media does not want the Suns to have anything. Let's see. I'm trying to see if I missed anything. Give me a minute here, guys, because there is some other Suns related stuff I want to talk about. Okay. All right. Give me one moment here, you guys. Excuse me. I burped. Yeah, whoever this fake account is, like, you guys are nuts. I'm like scrolling through the comments section. There's like a bot in here or something like that. You guys are crazy. Devin says J trade is going to mix things up. Exactly. That's a good way to put it. The Suns need to mix things up. I understand that continuity is king, especially for the Phoenix Suns the last couple of years. But I think that ass kicking that we received in the playoffs should have been enough for James Jones to say, yeah, we got to shake things up. And look, you guys, the offseason isn't over. Let's be real. Let's say Kevin Durant gets traded or stays. Let's say Kyrie gets traded. Let's say Donovan Mitchell gets traded. The offseason is going to really pick up because teams are going to be like, all right, we can't get KD. We can't get Kyrie. We can't get Mitchell. Let's build our roster. I mean, most of the rosters are kind of built right now. I mean, you've seen a lot of like two-way signings. You've seen a lot of like this guy's signing for 1 year. Like I think Kent Bazemore just signed with the Kings, but there's still like training camp rosters. You can bring guys in from like the G League and like guys that we aren't really thinking about who kind of fell out of the league. Like you can still make those kind of moves. You want your guys to compete for roster spots and minutes, but like that's after all this, I feel like that's when the NBA offseason is going to really kick into gear, in my personal opinion. I don't know. Just kind of reading some comments, making sure I'm not missing anything here. Feel free to ask me a question, guys. We can probably go for another 25 minutes or so. Then I do got to get to my day job, but obviously there will be lots more to unpack as the hours and days go on. So, you know, ask me a question if you guys got anything, because there's more I want to talk about. So until we get a really good question in here. And again, I'm trying to get to all the comments. There's just so much. Thank you guys for being here, by the way. Do me a favor, Hulk smash that like button. But what I've realized is YouTube wants you guys just like engaging. So if you guys could just do me a favor, share this stream. If you guys are watching on Twitter or Facebook, share it, retweet it, comment on this live stream, like on the actual comment section, because then that way YouTube's like, oh, they engaged with the video. They like this creator. Let's share more of his content. So yeah, like I want you guys to smash the like button and subscribe, but really just engage. That really helps me out. And just the fact that you guys are blowing up the comment section or the chat, I can't even like keep up with it. That also shows YouTube that you guys are really engaged, and I appreciate you guys. So, let me take a deep breath here, drink some water. Give me a minute. All right, we're going to refresh Twitter just one more time just to make sure I'm not missing anything. So Dave King was responding to Gambo, John Gambo of Arizona Sports. I like Dave King. They do a great job over the Sun Solar Panel podcast. But let me just pull this up. I'll let you guys read it along with me because you guys know I'm a terrible reader. Nope, that's not what I wanted to do. Shout out to John Gambo too. He responded to a tweet of mine on NBA Draft Day. I thought that was pretty cool. So here's what we got. Let me make sure this looks better. So John Gambo tweets out, I think the latest news on Kevin Durant signifies one of two things. He either gets traded or Marks and Nash get fired. Lots easier to replace the GM and coach than a superstar. And I just find it hard to believe that he can play for Marks and Nash now after asking them to be fired. Then Dave King responds with, another thing we learned is that the trade list is BS. No way Nets trade Durant to East rival only to watch him win a ring at their expense. Thank you, Dave King. You are awesome. I'm not even joking. I low-key had that thought in the back of my head, and I didn't say it. I should have said it 30 minutes ago. Now, the Celtics have a pretty good trade package out there, but they're not trading Jaylen Brown. They're just not. And I've always had a soft spot for Jaylen Brown. Shout out to my guy, Ben Parker. He covered Jaylen Brown at Cal when he went there for like a year. They're not going to break that up. I think even Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown have like commented on that. Like, they're not breaking us up. They just went to the finals, man. Like, even though they do have an intriguing trade package, I don't think they're going to do it. And Dave King's absolutely right. They're not going to trade him to the East. Although, again, I don't want to count out Pat Riley, and I'm totally blanking on who's running the Celtics right now. And they obviously had an incredible season. Shout out to Ime Udoka and his whole coaching staff. And Celtics they're going to be just fine with or without KD. But yeah, I agree with Dave King. Sorry, my brain is like all over the place now, you guys. Like, I was like drinking coffee before this out of my M&M's mug. And I was like just barely starting my day, and this news dropped, and I was like, oh, I got to go live and talk about this. So shout out to Sir Barles, who says, you were doing a pretty good job at keeping Suns fans' spirits up after the playoffs tragedy. Thanks for that, and greetings from Poland. Wow. Well, thank you, Sir Barles. This comment deserves its spotlight. Check that out, you guys. You were doing a pretty good job at keeping the Suns fans' spirits up after the playoffs, that tragedy. Thanks for that, and greetings from Poland. Well, shout out to you, man. Shout out to Poland. Thank you so much for watching. I hope I've been doing a good job of keeping Suns fans' spirits up. I've been pretty negative and critical about their playoff exit, but at the same time, win or lose, I love this team, and I'm going to continue to cover this team forever. So, yeah. But thank you. I appreciate that. All right, guys. Let's talk some other NBA stuff real quick. By the way, just one more time, I was able to screenshot this before the article paywalled me. By the way, I hate paywalls. I'm sorry. I just do. Here's what The Athletic had to say. I'll let you guys read it on the screen. But yeah, in short, you guys, if you guys are just watching now, pretty much Kevin Durant said, trade me or fire Sean Marks and Steve Nash, which sucks. I mean, come on, man. Like, even if you hate Steve Nash as a coach, I feel bad for Steve Nash right now. I'm not going to lie. But again, like when you sign up to be a head coach in the NBA, you literally are, you can be fired within a year. Steve Nash knew that when he signed the contract. Steve Nash isn't an idiot. I mean, he was a Warriors consultant for like years, which, by the way, I think technically Steve Nash has a championship ring as a consultant with the Warriors. He probably has multiple. So my point being is that Steve Nash knew what was happening when he signed that contract back in 2020. Kevin Durant, I'm pretty sure, went on record and said, hey, I love Steve Nash. Like, yeah, this is a great hire, but I know that hiring was pretty controversial. So we'll see. We'll see what happens within the next hours, days. I don't think they're right away going to fire, their GM and all that. But I will say this, though. I like Sean Marks. I mean, he has done a pretty damn good job, but eventually his time has to end, right? This is crazy, you guys. I don't know how to feel about it. I really don't. I feel like this is kind of bigger than Kevin Durant coming to the Phoenix Suns. This is like, who knows what's going to happen, you guys? All right, I'm just going to refresh Twitter one more time. And I want to talk to you about some other Phoenix Suns stuff. Then I got to get out of here. I got to get to my day job. Again, stay tuned for more live streams and stuff. Stay tuned for more videos. So Mark Stein, who does really good work, and he tweeted this out yesterday or August 6th. He said, and I quote, hearing that the full release of the NBA schedule for the 2022-23 season is not expected until after next week. Now, again, I think he has a paywall too. But pretty much, we're going to get the NBA schedule soon. You're probably like, Suns Geek, why are you talking about this? Who cares? Like, well, first off, it's awesome because we actually have NBA news. We can like break down the schedule. We can talk about our favorite matchups and all that. But shout out to Rod, who writes for Bright Side of the Sun. He's been kind enough to feature some of my videos on his like weekly Suns articles. So shout out to him. He's a nice guy and all that. Does great writing. But he said the Suns still haven't released their preseason schedule, but I found another game while looking at other team schedules. Wednesday, October 5th, 7 p.m., Suns at Lakers. He says it looks like the preseason will start on October 2nd this year. That's awesome. Shout out to Rod for finding that. So if you guys are just joining, Mark Stein says that the NBA schedule should be here after next week. I'm thinking mid-August, maybe around like the week of the 17th or something. Maybe after that, maybe late August. And then Rod says Wednesday, October 5th, 7 p.m., Suns at Lakers, NBA preseason game. Let's freaking go. I've always felt like the preseason's pretty big. Unless you're like, I feel like it's big for teams that are like middle of the pack and for teams that are just like garbage, because you kind of get to see what your team is going to look like. But even for contenders like the Phoenix Suns, you get to see like what your bench can do. Like, I'm not expecting Chris Paul to play much, our starters and all that. Even like campaign and all that, I'm not really expecting them to play that much, but you kind of want them to play a little bit, get some runs in, get some reps in. And I know it's just preseason. It really doesn't matter, but I've always liked preseason, okay? And when the Suns sucked, I liked Summer League, man, especially for the guys that actually like would make the team. I was like, man, like we saw him in Summer League. And like Ish Wainwright is a great example. I think he averaged like 11 points or something. He played hard and played good. And I don't know. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm going to take a deep breath. If you guys got any last minute questions, we'll wrap this up. Let me know what you guys are thinking about this whole Kevin Durant thing. If you guys are watching this afterwards, comment down below. Let it all out. I want you guys to tell me, Sons Geek, we're not getting Kevin Durant. Get it out of your head. We're running it back. We're going to be a great team. Give me some confidence here, you guys, because I'm not very confident after the embarrassing playoff loss that we had. So let me know. Let me know if Kevin Durant coming to the Suns is still possible. Let me know who you would trade. Let me know, you guys. Just get in that comment side. Like I said, it really helps support the channel. It helps support me. If you guys just leave a comment, go crazy. Leave like 10 comments. I don't care. I'll read them all. By the way, if I ever don't respond to a comment, believe me, I do read them. Sometimes it's hard to get to all the comments, but I do read them. I've been trying to respond because you guys are taking the time out of your day to listen to me rant, and you guys are taking the time out of your day to leave those comments. So I do my best to like get to all of them. I try to anyways. So all right, we'll get to a couple last minute comments here. Shout out to Andrew. I appreciate you being here, man. I still have faith in Chris Paul. He may have declined last season, but hope he doesn't do it and gets hit at the right time, hopefully. Yeah, Chris Paul's quote decline is another conversation for another time. Ooh, here's a good one. Nicholas says, you think Jay Crowder for Eric Gordon is a good deal? Ooh, that might work for a lot of reasons. One, I don't really remember Eric Gordon's salary off the top of my head, but I do know that Jay Crowder's on an expiring contract. I want to say for about $10 million. Eric Gordon would have helped us in the playoffs. I don't know if Eric Gordon would have put us over the hump. That might be an interesting trade scenario. That might be a good deal. Eric Gordon's a solid player, man. Veteran in this league, just like Jay Crowder. That might be a good deal. I don't know. I'll say this. He sticks out like a sore thumb on the Rockets. He's like, I don't know. It's like Robin Lopez with the Orlando Magic. I mean, did you guys know that Robin Lopez was on the Orlando Magic? He still is. He's like the oldest guy there. But shout out to Robin Lopez and Eric Gordon, man. They're sticking it out with the young guns and being good veteran presence on those teams. All right, man. I love you guys. I'm going to get out of here. Man, I can't read. I can't talk. So it's the same thing. Go to work, man. Kill the day. You know what? I am going to kill the day. It's a great day. For those of you who don't know, I work in childcare and it's school year just started. Let me know if you guys are going back to school as well. Let me know if you guys are in college and college is starting for you, if you guys are in high school or whatever. Let me know if you guys, or if you guys have kids that are starting school today. Let me know. Let me know in the comments. So that's it, guys. I love y'all. And thanks for watching. I went a little bit longer than I expected to, but I got to get going. Again, Hulk smash that like button, you guys. Please subscribe. Engage with me in the comment section. Just let out all your frustrations in the comment section because it would really help out this channel. You guys are all awesome. Once again, I'll pull this up on the screen if you guys want to read it about the whole Kevin Durant thing that just broke. Let me know all your thoughts, comments, and opinions down below. You guys are awesome. God bless you guys. We'll talk to you guys soon. And peace out. Subscribe to Sons Geek.